Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Nani episode. We discuss anime that we're currently watching. We're really talking about the two episodes of To Be or X of the Lucky Science Story. I believe it's episode 8 and 9. And this one is very interesting to me because the beginning part of the episode, we see the plane crash, right? And we see this one journalist. He said, was thinking and said, no plane should be crashing in nowadays, right? And it actually finds a kid, right? And he took her to the orphanage, and he well, he took her to the orphanage, right? Because he knows the guy. The guy said to him, they said there's no survivor. He's like, shh, no, there's no survivors right now, but you know, nowadays planes don't crash like that. If we said that I believe that if we said that there's a survivor, this girl could be next. I feel as though this girl was targeted, right? And he went to his job. It's like there were no heroes that excuse me, that saved it. No heroes in sight right there, because he was going to say in there, because it's like in the world that we live in today, how do the heroes not save this plane right there? So clearly, this means this had to be a targeted attack right there, right? So he was like get fired or moved to a different department. He actually quit his job. And so this one guy was saying, fear the truth right there, right? Not necessarily because of the heroes, but something happened in the lab, something that I forgot what it was that he said. But y'all call me on comment section about what I forgot to mention about that. But like I said, there's more, there's a deeper meaning that's, like why this plane crash was attacked. Like I said, no plane crash should be targeted nowadays. Even if it is, and they're about to crash, a hero should save them, right? And so clearly this girl is lucky to survive that plane crash, right? Nobody would survive that. But that's the girl's ability, right? It's luck. Named Lucky Cyan. And so to me, I guess she already had a trust value at such a short age, at such a young age, because like I said, had she not had the luck, had she not people believe in her, she would have been dead. She would have been dead. But yeah, she's on this orphanage and everything, like her luck's gonna run on the kids, gonna run on like, the adults that live there, she's being used as, as like a young weapon in a way, but used for good luck. Like the put good fortune on everybody else right there. It's like, you know what? I got this lucky card. Well, I got this man. He's rich right there. I got some money and whatnot. Like they're using this girl for their own selfish gains, right? And it's pretty messed up. But like I said, when you have the ability of luck right there, and you being a kid not knowing anything, helping people you assume is the right thing. What that's to be expected right there, right? Now, the dean did catch one of the other ladies, using Lucky for this one random person, right? And so he actually stopped her. But when we see the money on the ground right there, it's like, he might. As soon as he sees that money right there, it's like, well, maybe I might want to use that, right? Now, also, as that's going on, we see a girl. I believe this character's name is Queen. She's gonna be the next hero. I believe he's gonna be the next arc after this. Basically, say that she, speaking on how corrupted a hero so she is right now, and she vows to become X, and she's actually that news reporter starter right there. So it's like she's going for the good fight right there. She might seem brash and arrogant, but she's actually for the good fight right there. So I believe we got a preview for of our next hero. What I do like about this about Two Reactions is that like they gave us like a little preview of like the next hero's arc right there. Well, but then sometimes we see multiple heroes in there as well too, right? But yeah, so as the dean sees the money, he start using like it's fine as like the holy singer or whatever, like this type of shit like there in the religion right there. But she's bringing good fortune to their church and everything to the orphanage right there, right? And I feel to the dean, it's kind of like it's like blinded by good faith right there. Like he has a good heart, but like sometimes when you have a good heart, it's like blind faith right there, and he's like not seeing that he's actually using Lucky Cyan in a bad way right there. But they do get this new kid from a different orphanage, right? And apparently, everywhere it goes, it's bad, right? Becoming a calamity right there, right? The one lady said, like, everything where this kid goes, bad stuff always happens. So why are you taking this kid in right there? But the dean still said no. He's also take the kid in, right? But he is building a bond with Lucky, and they both want to escape. They both want to leave because like, she's getting tired of being used by everybody right there. It's like let me have my own freedom. So as they get ready to actually leave the place, the dean does stop them. And actually, what's also interesting about this episode is that episode 8 and 9 is strictly 2D. Now they did say that the next episodes are going to be just 2D. So I'm just wondering, episode 9, if it's going to be some 3D as well. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer 2D over 3D, but like the 3D is not bad either. But like, I do want to see how Lucky Cyan looks in 3D because we've seen all of our other heroes been 3Ds, but not Lucky Cyan right there. We'll have to see. So the next episode, it's like a little bit of pre before they're playing this game right there. Is that the one kid said this lucky sign is that the dean is actually here to like raise heroes. He is being a hero himself right there, but he wants to like raise the next generation of heroes right there. And and he didn't last long as a hero right there. So I guess he wants to put in like his failures. Like I guess he wants to see the new generation of heroes because he failed as a hero right there. So maybe that's why he's doing that. But you know they're having a hard time escaping right there because the Dean's power is pretty too strong for them, right? But Lucky Cyan's powers, has this one truck, this one guy falling asleep on the wheel right there, crashing into the orphanage right there, and shout out to Lucky's friend right there, like he sacrificed himself to have Lucky leave right there, like I thought he was gonna die, like he actually grabbed like the Dean, to get hit by the truck right there, but luckily both of them survived right there, but Lucky is able to escape from the orphanage, right? But she has nowhere to go. You know, she starts singing, and we see somebody actually give a gold coin. I'm looking at the gold coin. I'm like, is that the same coin on the intro from X? And we do see see somebody walking past, and I think that is X. I think the coin, like the figure and everything, pause. Like I think that is X walking away, right? So she starts singing, just get audience right there, getting more and more money, more and more money, more and more money. This currency checking of like this one agency right there, and in order to become a hero, right? Now, some people do recognize her from the orphanage right there. It's like, oh, praise and where everyone right there. It's like, oh my god, no, 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 let me run away, let me run away. So she does run away, and she is kind of by the agency right there and becomes a hero. She starts to become a successful music artist. She sings in front of a crowd, and she did, say a shout out to friends like, what, I don't know, my friend is here right now, but he did inspire me to make the song right there. We both made the song together right there, and it was great. And we do see her that same guy listen to the radio about Lucky Cyan, and the things that I was going to tell you about her eventually right there, but it's best to forget about her. But he did say, did they leave out this one thing? He tells him, and the kid just starts losing it right there. Starts losing it. We see Lucky Sam fancy performance right there, but at the orphanage, we start seeing, people turn into zombies and shit like that, like evil figures. And we see the Dean. Now, everyone's even evil figure right now, but the Dean looks like he still has, like, I want to say, like, he doesn't fully zombified, but, like, you do see this evil aura around him. Now, here's what people are saying, right? People are saying that this could be luck's ability because while you observe some good luck, there might be some bad luck that might come with that. So if I'm observing all your good luck, you can not only have all your bad luck right there, and maybe people are saying that maybe that's the aftermath of Lucky Science past right there. Like if you're away from her for a very long time, it could be unlucky right there, and it'll be used against you. It reminds me of the one episode from Supernatural in season 3 where it it's like this rabbit's tail. Like if you hold on to it or whatever, no, it wasn't a rabbit's tail, but some type of tail right there. You grab onto it, you have luck, the best luck in the world right there. But if you lose it, you have all the bad luck, and it does eventually kill you. So that could be a possibility as to why all these people are zombified, or it could be that one kid's past as he's called the calamity right there. So when the D told him about we didn't hear what he said. We didn't hear what he said, so I'm only guessing like what he told him, his powers went out of control right there, and the dean like and their rails got turned into zombies right there, and he was a good behavior. Remember, he got the guitar for like being a good behavior for a year right there. So now with the dean telling him like what we didn't hear about, maybe that's his powers right there. So like I said, we won't know until the next episode right there. But I will say this, guys, I'm scared because all these arcs have not all the end of these arcs have not been great in terms of like having a happy ending. There's gonna be no happy endings at the end of these arcs. There isn't. So like, I'm very scared of what's about to happen at the end. I really am, man. Like I said, I don't want to guess anything because every time we guess something, I tend to be wrong, especially in this anime right there. So we just gotta wait and see. Just gotta wait and see. But so, hey, folks, let me know what you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this episode right there. If you like the episode, if you like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Be sure to follow me on social media accounts in the description box below. And always remember, J. Cole say, everybody, there is no such thing as life better than yours. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.